All right, let's get right to it. Today, we are doing a deep dive on UnitedHealth. But this isn't just about looking at a stock chart. We are going to build a complete, professional-grade investment playbook from start to finish. We'll look at the good, the bad, and how to navigate it all. So here's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is UNH a smart buy right now? You look at it, and you see a lot of conflicting signals, a lot of noise. Our job today is to cut right through all of that and come up with a clear, actionable game plan. And here's how we're going to do it. First, we'll lay out the investment puzzle itself. Then we'll get into the specifics, our core strategy for getting in and getting out. We'll plan for a few different futures, set some non-negotiable rules, and then I'll give you the final recommendation. Okay, so let's start by just framing the problem. UnitedHealth is not a simple yes or no situation. It's really a classic case of seeing good signs and bad signs at the same time, and that requires a very disciplined approach to figure out. And here is the core of that puzzle. On the one hand, you've got some really powerful bullish signals. The stock looks cheap, and insiders, the people who know the company best, are buying. But on the other hand, you've got warning flags, a neutral hold rating from Zacks, and the earnings have been a bit shaky lately. See the conflict? That's what we need to solve. Let's really dig into that first bullish signal. A 44% discount to the S&P 500's PE ratio, that is significant. For anyone focused on value, a gap that big is like a flashing light. It suggests the stock might just be seriously oversold compared to the rest of the market. And this brings us to that second point, which is a huge one. When a CEO starts writing checks to buy their own company's stock, well, that's one of the strongest signals you can possibly get. They have the ultimate insider's perspective, and a purchase like this screams that they believe the stock is trading for way less than it's worth. So, you see the conflict. How do we act on it? Well, we don't guess. We build a disciplined strategy. This next part is the real playbook, exactly how we'd manage a position in UNH. Now, the professional approach is not to go all in at once. You scale in. With a tiered strategy like this, we can start a small position now, but we keep most of our powder dry. If the price happens to drop to even better levels, we're ready to buy more. It's all about managing risk and getting a better average price. Okay, I want you to pay close attention to this number because it is the most important part of the entire strategy. $265. That is our line in the sand. If the stock falls to this level, our whole thesis is busted and we get out, period. A plan without a stop loss is just a wish. This number defines our maximum risk before we even place the trade. And here's the other side of that coin, the potential reward. Just like we define our risk, we predefine our profit targets. These aren't just random numbers. We have clear targets for the short, medium, and long term, which gives us a roadmap for taking profits off the table as the stock moves in our favor. This whole strategy is built on a simple idea. You never, ever bet on just one single outcome. Instead, a real professional analyzes the most likely futures, the good, the bad, and the most probable, and then you assign some odds to each one. So, this analysis gives us a 45% chance of our base case, which is basically a solid, steady recovery. What's really interesting is that the bull case, the super optimistic outcome, isn't that far behind at 40%. And the negative bear case, that's seen as the least likely, at just 15%. This gives us a real probabilistic edge. So, in that bull scenario, everything goes right. Earnings get back on track, people get excited about the stock again, and it could re-rate much higher. This is that 40% probability outcome, and it could generate a massive 60 to 80% return. Now, the base case is our most likely path. Nothing heroic happens here, just steady improvement, no major negative surprises. And even in this middle-of-the-road scenario, we're still looking at a very healthy expected return of 35 to 45%. And then there's the bear case. This is where our discipline really gets tested and pays off. If things go south, we don't just sit there and hope. Our preset stop loss at 265 gets triggered and we're out. This is how you turn what could be a catastrophic loss into a small, controlled, and totally acceptable one of about 7 to 10%. Look, having a great plan is one thing, but actually executing it with discipline, that's everything. So this section lays out the hard and fast rules for managing the trade. These are not suggestions, they're non-negotiable. This table shows you exactly how you can adapt the plan to your own style. For example, a moderate investor might put 3 to 5% of their portfolio in, use that strict $265 stop, and shoot for a final target of 525. An aggressive trader might take a bigger slice and give it a little more room with a wider stop. The key is you decide this before you ever click the buy button. A plan also has to be dynamic. It's got to react to new information. So these are the triggers we're watching. A huge earnings miss or a Zacks downgrade to a sell. We're out immediately. On the flip side, if we get an upgrade or see even more insider buying, that increases our conviction. You're always updating the thesis. Okay, we have analyzed the puzzle, we have built the strategy, and we have defined the rules. So let's pull all of this together into one clear, final recommendation. You know, when you boil it all down, it really comes to this ratio right here. For that moderate approach we talked about, the risk to reward is about 1 to 4.5. What that means is for every single dollar we are risking, defined by our stop loss, the potential reward is $4.50. That is a beautifully asymmetric bet. So here is the verdict. The optimal strategy is to scale into a position with an average price around $295, all while being protected by that strict stop loss at $265. This playbook is designed from the ground up to balance that really attractive valuation against the very real risks we see right now. We've laid out the facts. We've laid out the strategy and the probabilities. We have defined the risk down to the dollar and mapped out the potential reward. The final judgment, as it always should be, is yours. With a plan this detailed, you have to ask yourself, is the risk worth the reward?